Hey y'all, if I tell y'all how long it has taken me to press record on this goddamn camera, oh my god, let me tell you, I don't know, I didn't have thing after thing come up. It's 5:40 right now. It's 5:40. This video should already be up, uploaded and everything, but we gonna keep it pushing. We're gonna keep it pushing. We're gonna get to it. And oh my god, look at this. So I just got a text message right at 5:37. I just got a text message, and it's one of my girls on my team, and she was like, I just got my very first customer and I haven't been trying that hard yet. And it's so crazy. She might watch this video and say something, but look, it's so crazy because she was one of my people that joined, and she was like, you know, I'm just trying to wait right now. Like, you know, I just want to kind of use the products first and do this and do that. I don't really want to talk about it too much. And then look, she barely, you know, she just kind of posts a little bit, very minimum about it. That at least as far as I seen, like on her story, she posts a little bit or whatever. And you know, she barely been posting. And then look, now she posts, and now she got a customer. So it's really that simple. So anyways, I told you guys I was gonna, you know, promise you guys some little personal development things, and so we gonna go ahead and do it together. Okay, we're gonna do it together because I feel like it's important, and a lot of people watch my videos and they feel a little motivated by it, and if you do, then I'm glad I can help. And yeah, and so we want it to work. So the first thing I want to get into, not take any more time, let me just get into it. So the first thing I want to get into is that I always tell you guys, like, your why is going to be the thing that's going to keep driving you to do whatever you want to do. Whatever goal you want to accomplish, your why is going to be the thing. Like, your why will keep you there, right? That is very much important. However, the first thing you got to do in life, y'all, that's with anything that you want to do. The first thing you need to do is just get out your own way. Until you get out your own way, you will always have that block that always come and just stop you from getting to where you want to go. You will always have it. And what I'm saying about getting out your own way is just you speaking negativity over your own life. You know what I'm saying? Like when something happened, or you want to do this business venture, you want to do this, you want to do that, it's this course you want to take or something, you're like, I can't afford it, I can't do it, there's no way I can make this work. If I want to hit this rank and do this within this business, I can't do it. I can't do it. Like, until you get that out of your vocabulary, that's what's always going to happen. So the first order of business is to get out your own way, because you can have a why all day long, but if you constantly allowing other stuff to get in front of your why, you ain't gonna make it. It's always gonna be the same revolving door. You're always gonna do the same thing, whether you want to continue to work your 9 to 5 all the time, even though you're going there hating the damn thing every day, or you're gonna change the way you think. That's why everything starts with the mindset. If you have the mindset of a hustler, you have the mindset of, I'm gonna go get it, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that, I'm gonna do whatever it takes, right? You're gonna do whatever it takes to get there, then you're not gonna get there until you change your mindset. Like, you gotta get out your own way. You gotta get out your own way. Remove all the excuses that you got. We know damn well, okay, here's the thing with your mindset. So now, you know that if you yourself, I'm trying to see how I can word this, okay? So we already know, you know, we know genetically how we're made up and everything. So we know us, you know what I'm saying? We know us. So if I say to myself, I have a health goal, I want to lose 20 pounds, right? Like, and I say, okay, I want to lose 20 pounds. So I know damn well, in order for me to lose 20 pounds, I got to change something that I got going on. Because if I'm 250 pounds, I ain't just make the 250 pounds by sitting at home eating carrots and peanut butter. You know what I'm saying? Like, I made it to 250 pounds by doing something I had no business doing. So I know in order for me to reverse that, then I have to go ahead and change something that I got going on in my life. I got to change my habits. You know, I got to change my eating habits. I got to get more active. I have to change something that's going on in my life. If I don't change it, nothing will happen, right? So even if I sit right now and try to psych my own self, because we do that a lot too. We psych our own self up with these big ass goals, and then we can't accomplish them because we do too much too fast. See, everybody want to get to being rich first, but they don't really go through the process that it takes to get there. See, people that are successful didn't become successful overnight. You know, they also had roadblocks. The only reason we don't see the roadblocks is because nobody really record their failures. If you listen to any motivational speaker, any mentor, anybody talk, they're not recording what happened. But when you finally get in the room with them and you talk with them, they're going to tell you everything that happened on the way going up. But the bigger picture for us, all we see is the end result. We don't see the pain, the sweat, the tears, the not sleeping, you know, all the stuff that they went through, the rejection and the phase that they went through in life. Because that's not what we want to glorify. We glorify a beautiful lifestyle, but we don't want to tell you what it took to get there. Like, you don't see that part because that's not the part that's monetized. See, the lifestyle is sold. You know what I'm saying? When you see a lifestyle, you see certain things that you get, even with brand ambassadors and stuff. Say like this right here, okay? I like purity for my face, right? So if I didn't know what purity was and I wasn't introduced to this through somebody else, like whether it was an advertisement, I seen a brand ambassador, somebody have it, I wouldn't know what it was, right? So it's the same thing. Like, you sell the lifestyle. I don't know what it took for that person to become an ambassador. I don't know what it took for this company to get where it was, right? But because this person I seen, this ambassador, this influencer, I seen them with it, right? That made me want it. That made me want it. That made me buy it. You know what I mean? So until you get out your own way and decide what you want to do, everything after that will fall in place. Until then, it's all going to be stagnant. And here's the next thing that you might not like. Remove toxic people out your life, okay? You got to remove toxic people. Let me tell you why. Because, see, support come in many different ways. See, people automatically assume if I got a product and you my family member, my friend, and you don't support my product, you don't buy it, that means we can't be friends. It's not good. That's not the case, because support come in many other ways. If you have a friend, most of your friends don't. Like me personally, I can say from my hair business, from me having my hair business a few years, like, I know, well, I knew, because not everybody's still my friend, but I knew back then when starting my hair business, like, I knew a good bit of my friends wasn't going to support me because I knew what type of people they were. Like, I knew what type of people they were, and I also knew that I couldn't carry them forever and they wasn't going to be in my life. I knew that shit. I knew it. It's almost like when you meet, when you have like a spouse or boyfriend or something, you start dating somebody, boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever. You start dating someone and you know just how far you gonna go with that person. If you had a no good, you know what I'm saying, in your life, like, you know exactly how far you were gonna go with them. Like, you knew it wasn't gonna last when you started to be with them, right? Like, you knew it wasn't gonna last. Like, I was married before, I'm divorced. Like, I knew at one point after that marriage, I had the clues before, but I still went ahead and did it, right? And so, but as the time was going on, I was like, I was waking up and I was like, man, like this shit ain't gonna work for me. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not gonna work for me because I was unhappy. I was unhappy and I wasn't getting met halfway with stuff that I felt I should have been getting met with. Like, I didn't have a communication barrier. I expressed clearly what I wanted from that person. You know what I'm saying? I didn't have a barrier. I expressed what I needed, and you know, as I expressed what I needed, it wasn't happening. Like, you know, it wasn't changing nothing. If anything, it made them go the opposite way versus come towards me. So that let me know at that moment, you know what? This is it. Like, this is it. This is final. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not about to go through this. Like, I don't care what someone say about, you know, like, you get married, you shouldn't get divorced. Like, to hell with that. I'm not waking up every day unhappy for nobody. That's whether if I had kids with them or not. Like, I wasn't about to do it, because if we have kids together and we go our separate ways, like, those still gonna be our kids no matter what. We still have a part in that. So, you know, it won't change anything. But I said, let to say, you get rid of toxic people, because not everybody is going to root for you, right? Not everybody's going to root for you, supporting always monetarily. So I knew, like I said before, I knew those friends wasn't going to support, right? Now, when I get into the family side of it, kind of where I was going with my marketing and what I did with my hair business, I knew my family wasn't about to purchase that. You know what I'm saying? Only because, like, I know I was selling, you know, stuff that was a certain dollar amount. I knew in their regular life, even though they wear extensions and stuff, like, they gonna buy the, you know, the $40 hair at the beauty supply store. So I knew they wasn't about to pay, you know, $90 or $100 for no bundles from me. Like, I knew that, or whatever, you know, or whatever. I knew that. So I already had, you know, that mindset of, cool, my family and my friends not about to be my customers. So there's no sense in me trying to figure out, hoop and holler and beg on them to support me or to buy a damn thing from me, right? So I moved on from that. You know what I'm saying? It didn't hurt my feelings. It didn't make me mad, but either you supported me with sharing something or you supported me slightly. But what I didn't take well was from people when I said, I'm about to start a business. Oh, I'm doing this. I got this going on. See, when I had those type of friends that I expressed these things to, and it was like, why would you do that? Everybody's selling hair. Why would you do this? Why would you do that? See, that's the type of people that you got to get rid of. And let me tell you, when I say toxic people and get rid of toxic people out your life, toxic could be anybody. I mean, God forbid is your mom and your dad. You know what I'm saying? Like, God forbid that's the case. But toxic people is toxic people. I love my parents to death, right? They're a percentage of my why. But I also have a certain time frame that I can be around them. And and that's for my own personal reasons. You know what I'm saying? Like my mom, she's kind of real old fashioned. You know what I'm saying? She's old fashioned and she's a bicker. She bickers all damn day long. And that's just her nature. That's just how that is just how she is. I only can take so much of that. So I only can take so much of it. So when I buy them, I have my time and I go about my business. So, I mean, toxic people could come in any form, y'all. It could be your parents. Let's hope it's not. It could be your siblings. It could be your cousin. It could be your friend. I mean, it don't matter. Like, if somebody's toxic in your life, you let them go. Also, what I noticed with the difference is that when I started separating myself from certain people, my life changed. Like, things changed. When I stopped, like, forcing certain interactions with certain people, like, I started to get, like, I don't know, it's like I was relieved of stress. Like, I just felt better because I didn't have to worry about this person constantly saying, you know, oh, I'm so sad, I'm this. Because, like, I remember sitting right there, you know, being excited over making, like, my first $1,000 that I was actually able to make through, you know, through my website, through resale and stuff. When I made my first $1,000, I was happy as hell. You know what I'm saying? I was like, dang, you know, I done made $1,000. Like, I was so happy. And although I was still working my 12.5-hour job, you know, and my checks was $2,000, you know, $2,000 or whatever a week. Like, I was so happy that my business, myself, stuff that I was selling, I made that amount of money. I was happy as hell. And so when I got to, you know, telling people about that, and they were like, oh, well, oh, okay. And then they would just like skip and hop the subject, like just go to something else. You know, I didn't necessarily get a congratulations or this and that. I got more of a, I wish I had that, or yeah, well, I'm gonna have to find a way to get me some money to do this and do that. Like, that right there, like, let me know that I was around a lot of selfish people. And they didn't really need to be a part of my life because, see, they weren't willing to congratulate me when I was going up. But when I was having my moments of going down, they wanted to talk about it. They wanted to linger around negativity. You know what I'm saying? If I had a divorce going in my life, it was some drama going on with my divorce because, like, you know, I had a friend that smiled in my face, was in my home, was sleeping with my husband. You know, so it's a whole lot, right? And that's just one of those things. So they wanted to elaborate on that, but like the good stuff I had going on, nobody wanted to elaborate on that. So that let me know I need to let them go. Once you let toxic people go, everything in your life will shift. Everything in your life will shift. And that's all part of you getting out your own way. Because, see, we have a tendency to wanna actually, you know, please those people. We have a tendency to want to please people that mean no good for us, because we naturally, you want people to like you. As humans, you know, our nature is for people to like us. We want to be liked by everyone. We really don't want to be in beef, and we don't have to be in beef, right? But the reality of it is that until you let that go, your life will not go the way you want it to go. It all starts up here. It's all about your mindset. Like, you have to make a decision and stick to it. What's his name? Let me see if I can find it. I remember, I think it was Brother Ben. Yeah, I think it was Brother Ben that I heard in the summit. I think he said this one thing, and let me tell you guys what it says. If you don't know where you're going in life, it's going to be hard to get that direction. Okay, let me say it again. If you don't know where you're going in life, it's going to be hard to get that direction. So until you know exactly what you want to do with your life, you want to know your why, and you know what's going to drive you. What is your purpose for doing what you do? You won't make it anywhere. Because once you sure and something is in your mind and you just gung-ho on doing it, you gonna make it. I can't quote his name. I think it's Gobbins, David Gobbins or something. I'm not sure what his name is, but and you can find him on YouTube somewhere. But if I find a video, I'm gonna link it at the bottom. So he was overweight, right? This is an example. He was overweight and he wanted to join the military. He was like, I don't know, 200 pounds or something like that, like over the limit of being whatever you're supposed to be in the military. And when he went to the recruiter and they told him like, look, you would have to lose like a significant amount of weight to even qualify. So he told them, all right, cool, I got this, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna see you in X amount of days, you know, X amount of time. And so he left that office and he had in his mind that I'm about to drop this weight, because what I want, his tunnel vision was, I want to go ahead and join the military, and nothing and no one is gonna get in my way of that. So I know what I gotta do. I need to lose weight. So what he did was he worked out. He worked out constantly. He said all he did was work out. He worked out, he ate less. He worked out, he ate less, and he did that constantly, and he lost a certain amount of weight. I have no idea how much it was. Was it 100 pounds in 90 days? I don't know, but he lost a lot of weight. And in between that process, he said he constantly called the recruiter and was like, yeah, you know, it's 10 o'clock at night, but I'm working out right now. I just want you to know I'm getting down, I'm getting down. And his recruiter didn't take him serious, right? His recruiter, I thought my camera stopped. His recruiter didn't take him serious because his recruiter was like, you know, ain't no way he about to lose all this weight. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no way he about to lose all this weight. But he had tunnel vision. He removed all the excuses out of his life. He didn't make no excuse. He knew what he wanted and he went for it. So it's the same way. Like, know what you want and go straight for it. Okay? And so the next thing that I want to say is that, y'all, follow what encourage and motivate you, right? So if you're gonna go ahead and let go of these toxic people in your life, replace them with somebody positive. It don't necessarily have to be an actual person, but it could be, you know, it don't have to be like a person in your actual life, but look at stuff that motivate you. Like right now on social media, it's so much negative stuff going around. You know, it's a lot of hate going around, and I hate to say it because, like, you know, yeah, I'm a black woman as well, but you know, I still hate to have to endure the hate and to see it, you know what I'm saying? Like, and it's painful and it's draining, you know. So I make sure that my timeline, if you look at my feed, I follow a lot of successful people, right? I follow successful people. I follow people that I either been mentored by and took some of their courses, I didn't do whatever. I follow those people because you know why? They not posting negative stuff all day. You know what I'm saying? They're not posting some little chicken head fights in the hood. You know what I'm saying? Like, they not sitting right there talking about you know, the all the negative stuff that just happened in life. Like, they not talking about that. You know what I'm saying? They either dropping some business tips, they dropping something that motivates you. You know what I'm saying? Like, it motivates me, and I'd rather see that on my timeline than to constantly see negative stuff all day long. Like, you gotta make sure that you have your top 5. Like, everybody should have a top 5. If you're in any type of business, you're doing any type of personal development, you need to have 5 people, y'all. You need to have your top 5 people that you follow, that motivate and encourage you. You know what I'm saying? To do what's best for you, like to be the best you. At the end of the day, in order for you to get results with anything else you got going on, you got to be the best you. You got to be the best version of you. You can't sell something to somebody, especially let's say us in TLC, right? We got weight loss products, right? We got weight loss products, health products in general. So you can't be unhealthy trying to preach to somebody else about health. You know what I'm saying? Like, you have to get out your own way. You can't sit right here and tell somebody, well, you could lose 5 pounds in 5 days. Oh, well, let me tell you her story. Miss Monique over here, she lost 67 pounds in 5 months. Oh, this person over here, they lost 40 pounds in 3 months. Oh, this person lost this. So what's your story? What did you lose? You know, like, you can't sit here and be 400 pounds and say, well, you go ahead and buy this product because all these people around me lost weight, but I ain't losing none yet. Because see, right now I ain't got the time. Like, I don't have the time to work out right now. You know, I don't have the time. So how does that sound? How does that sound to you? That's ridiculous, right? It sounds ridiculous. So you have to get out your own way. Like, we all have 24 hours in a day. And I know when I speak to people as far as like the coaching with the hair coaching and stuff, The main thing they say is, I don't have time. Like, I don't have time. Listen, we all got 24 hours in a day. We all have 24 hours in a day. So I don't care if you got to sleep less, you got to wake up earlier, go to bed later. Like, all that revolve around each other. You know, all that revolve around each other. But you have to know what you're doing. And let me see what I'm taking from what someone else said. I think it was Robert. It was Robert. Yeah, rich dad, poor dad, right? Wealthy people say, how can I afford it? Broke people say, I can't afford it, right? Out of rich dad, poor dad, right? So when you sitting right there saying, I want to start this business, I want to do this, I want to buy this product, I want to sell this product, but I don't really know if I got the money for it. Right now, for instance, TLC, a lot of people say, well, I don't really have the money to put stuff on hand, to have, you know, products on hand. Well, how can you find a way to do that? How can you find a way to do that? Because that's going to differentiate you from the rest. Whatever you have to do, we all got some type of side hustle gig, something within you that you could put for sale. You could put something for sale. I tell my girls from here all the time, the first thing I say is, do you have a car? Do you have a car? Well, Uber and Lyft. Like, I know it might seem weird, but Uber and Lyft is pretty good. Listen, when I started driving Uber and Lyft, I didn't drive Uber and Lyft because of the money. I drove it because I knew I was going to be meeting people. You hear me? People. But at the time, I was like, well, let me see. So my rent is around like $1,015 a month, right? So if I drive Uber and I just make, you know, 40 bucks a day, 43 bucks a day, that can take care of my rent. So that's something that I don't have to take out my bank account now. That's how I looked at it, right? So, and I only maybe drove like maybe 15 hours a week, right? But during that time, not only did I make money to take care of something else, I met people. I met so many people in the process. Okay, I met so many people. Like, I had the councilman get in the car with me. Where was I at? I had to stop. Yeah, okay, so I have the councilman, like, he's not the councilman of my district, right? But he's the councilman over like the next district. So I met him in the car while I was driving Uber, picking him up from one place, bringing him to the next. And during that entire time we spoke, and we spoke about so many different things. He asked me what I was doing, what I was into. He gave me a whole bunch of insight, and guess what else he did? He gave me his number. He said, here, save my number. Save my number. If you ever have an issue, you need something or whatever, just let me know. Just let me know. Like, so had I not been out there doing that, I would have never met him, right? I would have never met him. And so now, like, whenever, and let me tell you, I appreciate this because he knows from speaking to me from them little 20 minutes that we were together, the way I think and the type of things that I like and what intrigues me, right? So when he send me over a note or send me over an email or something like, you know, you might be interested in this, I appreciate that because that's time that he probably ain't even got. So to know that I was able to make that impression on him for 20 minutes, hey, you never know who you will come in contact with, right? So I still like to say I use that for connection, right? But for you, if you have to go and buy a product, imagine if you drove 15 hours a week. Sometimes you might get lucky to get one ride that take you an hour away, you know, that you could possibly make 80 bucks off of. That's money that you can go ahead and buy your inventory with because it's extra money. You buy your inventory, then you go ahead, you sell it, and then you flip it. It's a constant process. You just do that, right? So in order for you to be successful in what you have going on, the first thing you need to do before you dive off into any further personal development is to get your own mindset together. Get out of your own way and stop making excuses. Stop making excuses. If you are going to sell, this is what I want you to take from this video, okay? When you get done watching this video, I need you to go ahead and make you a list. I told you guys, planning is important. It's so important for you to plan out your time. Remember, I said we all have 24 hours in a day. The only thing that separates us all is what we're willing to do with it, right? So make your list. Make some minor changes in your life. Like I said, in order for you to focus on what your why is and to not let anything else get in the way, you have to first work on yourself, right? You have to work on yourself. So no matter what you want to do, you figure out who are your people that you look up to first, right? So we know with the 1000 families, we have our visionary, we have you know, a lot of other people that have like great stories that we can look up to, right? So maybe one of those people is like a model for you that you want to follow. Find some people. You got Tony Robbins, you have Jim Rohn, you have Steve Harvey. You have a lot of people that you can follow for, you know, for motivation, something positive. Like, be intentional with your life and what you want, okay? You can't want to engage in a vision bigger than yourself that nothing and no one will stand in the way of until you are sure that's what you want. You know how they say faith without work is like non-existent? Okay, so everyone wants the success, but we don't really like what it takes to get there, right? So until you are sure about what you want to do, that's when everything will turn around. So it just all boils down to what I said initially, which is just get out your own way. Get out your own way. Decide. If I'm saying right now today, my goal is to lose 20 pounds by the end of this damn month. What I'm going to do is I'm going to make sure I make a list. And every day on my to-do list, somewhere in there, I need to have a block out time for working out. I need to make sure I block that time out. I need to make sure that I have a meal list planned, so I know exactly how many calories I'm consuming, how many times I'm going to work out. What do I have to do to make sure I reach that goal by the end of the month? That needs to be planned out. Plan that out. Set your time aside. People make time for what they want. Okay, so if you really want it, you're going to make the time for it, especially when you're connected to a business like this as far as TLC go. Okay, because the #1 core commitment is be a product of the product, right? So if you're a product of the product, how can anyone, you know, how can anyone debate with you about what you got going on? If they see you taking the product every day, they see you getting up, you go and work out, you posting I'm about to go work out, you showing a gym selfie, and then a month from now they see you shrinking. People notice a 20-pound difference. You know what I'm saying? People notice when you start to change. And like I tell you all the time, people are naturally nosy. So when people around you start seeing you go down, they're like, what you doing? What you got going on? Because, you know, you was a little more heftier, you know, back then. So you guys, make you a list. Make you a list. Remove trash out your life. Okay? Toxic people is toxic. You might not even have to remove them all the way. But one of my mentors said before, give it a trial. Give it a trial. Go through a trial period, okay? Go through a trial period of removing negative people out your life. Stop talking to certain people that every time they say something, it's always negative. Start slowly weaning yourself away from them, you know? Give it 30 days, 30 days of not talking to them, and see how your life change. See how your mindset change. You either going to miss them or you won't. Are you going to feel a weight lifted off your shoulders? And generally, that's what happens. If you're around somebody that's truly toxic and you start to pull yourself away from them, you feel so much better. You feel so much better. I'm just going to stop right here because I don't want to keep going, because we can go all day long. But we're not going to do that. So you guys, work on yourself. Decide what you want to do and clear out everything that's in the way. Write down your why. Find you some motivational people to watch, to follow, something that inspires you, moves you, and encourages you. Okay? Something that's going to make you feel like, damn, she could do it, I could do it. If he could do it, I can do it. Like, we can all do it. Once you believe that yourself, then everything else will change. Everything else will change. Just believe in yourself. Believe in yourself. So when I see you guys next time, I got my little book is signing order yet, but we're going to have something to talk about. So I will see you guys next time, probably tomorrow, and we're going to start on the stories as well, because I said I wanted to do that, and that's what we will do. So you guys, make sure you go ahead and do it. And in the comments, you know, if y'all watch this in the comments, just go ahead and put, write down one of the excuses that hold you back. Write them down. Write it down. Write one of the excuses that hold you back and what you plan on doing about it to get rid of it. Okay? Don't make excuses. You know, let everybody hate while we continue to create. I'll see you guys next time. Thank you for watching.